One of the most common questions we get is, what happens if the concrete in my pool, spa, or deck cracks? The first thing to understand is that all concrete cracks. It's the law of physics, and unfortunately, they're not going to change. Second thing to understand is that there are two kinds of concrete or cementitious cracks: structural and hairline. A structural crack happens when the concrete heaves and settles like this, creating a tripping hazard. Structural cracks should not happen in your concrete. If you think you have structural cracks, call us to arrange an inspection. The other type of crack is a hairline crack. These tiny cracks open and close with the seasons and are, unfortunately, unavoidable. If we tore out all the concrete and repoured it, it might very well happen again. The good news is that we use a 3,000 psi straight cement mix poured over an 18-inch by 18-inch grid of No. 3 steel, which really helps cut down on cracks. When we build our decks, we put our saw cuts closer together, which also minimizes cracking. There's no way to prevent hairline cracking, although our saw cuts provide a safe place for the cracks to occur, and it keeps them hidden from sight. Hairline cracks can be caulked and touched up very carefully with touch-up paint. We get a lot of calls from customers saying their touch-up paint doesn't match their pool deck. The thing is, deck paint is not likely to match the touch-up paint perfectly because the paint on your deck has been exposed to the sun and weather, so it's a different shade, either lighter or darker, than it was originally. The trick with touching up a hairline crack in your deck is to use something very small, like a toothpick or a Q-tip, to dab a little bit of paint on the affected area. Then use a rag to blend it in with the rest of the deck. If you use a brush to touch up the area, your deck will look like a zebra, and your wife's going to make you call us to repaint your entire deck. If at some point you do decide to repaint the deck yourself, be sure to use a good quality acrylic deck paint, which typically lasts 3 to 5 years. Use soap and water mixed with a little bleach to clean your acrylic deck.